Bassmaster Elite Series on the incredible St. Johns River. Let's go, I want to show you someplace special. Inside our playing field this week is called Lake Woodruff. These guys are going to be fishing a national wildlife refuge. Lance Cook is the guy who manages the refuge. Hey Lance, okay if we come by and take a look?
Sure, come on over.
Hey Lance. How you doing? Tommy? Good. Thank you so much for taking us out today. I can't wait to see it all out there. Just basically lay out for us what the refuge system is all about.
Yeah, first you're very welcome. We're glad to have you. The refuge system is the world's largest system of land set aside just for the conservation of our fish, wildlife, and plant heritage. Lake Woodruff National Wildlife Refuge is part of the St. Johns River ecosystem. The St. Johns is Florida's largest river, the most commercially and recreationally important river in the state. We've got the airboat, which is not necessarily the best way to see wildlife that's not flying off, but it gets us a lot of places where we couldn't go otherwise in the marshes. So
this is Florida, man. Let's go. Come on.
Overall, as far as waterways on the refuge, we've got the backwaters of the St. Johns, we've got Lake Woodruff, Lake Dexter, Dexter Mud Lake. We've got miles and miles of waterways, and the best way to explore this refuge is really by boat. Lake Woodruff itself is known as a destination for crappie fishing and largemouth bass fishing. It's one of the big 6 uses. We call it one of the big 6 uses of refuges. National Wildlife Refuge System is fishing.
This is truly a special place. There's even part of the wildlife refuge area that we can go to on the bottom side of Woodruff, which, hey, they make it part of our playing field and we run to it and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's neat that we can even go in and fish a refuge area. Now, it's pretty tough to get to it and the laws are strict, and that's pretty much anywhere you go in the country. If you're gonna fish in a refuge area, it's gonna be strict. Speed limits, idle zones, you have to obey all the laws because that's why it's a refuge area, but the fishing can be great.
Part of the purposes of refuges is to provide hunting and fishing as part of wildlife and fisheries conservation.
We've got areas down south in the Woodruff area down below Lake George, the big manatee zones. And you know, that's just one of those deals where the fishermen and conservation kind of coexist together.
Now we've got about 27 miles of these manatee protection zones.
It's on the sign back there, so no wake, a manatee protection, so everybody has to throw no wake and go 5 miles an hour, basically, right?
Right, those are in place to protect manatees from collisions, from propellers or the bow of a boat. Even an airboat can injure a manatee, so boaters are not to leave wake, they're supposed to go slow. Basically, this is thermal protection because this water is 72 degrees, so when we get a cold snap and the water gets cold, the manatee don't have a lot of thermal protection on them, even though they look like they would have a lot of blubber. They really don't, and they can die from cold stress. So they come in here against these springs, and so they'll bunch up where the water's warm because it's right at 72 degrees. The manatee are all about conserving their energy. They want to stay warm, they want to eat, they want to have their young with them, and they don't expend a lot of effort.
Is it true that manatee and bass anglers and national wildlife refuges can all kind of live together?
Oh, I definitely think so. There's a lot of overlap between what refuges are all about and the conservation of clean water for high quality fisheries and what refuges do.
It's all about balance. We all have to live here together, and B.A.S.S and Toyota support all efforts to maintain that balance.